The vision of Public basically is to create a new experience for users to search and discover content from across the web and create a new sustainable web economy that rewards everyone through a tokenized economic model connected to the platform's revenue models paid in USD. Tokenized economic model is just a fancy term for you get rewarded in crypto, and that's the PUBLX token. Hey guys, so in this video, we're gonna do a deep dive on a Web3 project that, in my opinion, is something very interesting, especially for people who are tracking the developments that's happening on how Web3 will impact social media and how the community and people who interact in and out of that community would benefit from it as well. For those who don't know, allow me to give you the difference between Web 2 and Web 3. Essentially, Web 2 is a centralized platform. You have the Facebook, you have Google, who are the platform and have users. Users give value, data. Most of the revenue goes to the centralized platform. Web3 in general gives users, the community, ownership of the assets that are inside that particular ecosystem. That becomes game-changing also because in this way, revenue, earnings doesn't just go to the owner of the platform, it gets distributed to everyone that's adding value into the ecosystem. There's a lot of iterations of Web 2 versus Web 3 in different facets and sectors, but for this video, I want to drill into a particular Web 3 project. That Web 3 project is public.com and its token PUBLX. For those who don't know, Public is basically a content discovery platform that gives back its community who add value to the platform and rewards them 90% of its revenue. So as what I've mentioned earlier in terms of Web3, it's the community and people who add value into the ecosystem that gets rewarded, and like in centralized platforms like Facebook or YouTube or Google, it's the centralized platform or the company gets a large piece of the pie. The vision of Public basically is to create a new experience for users to search and discover content from across the web and create a new sustainable web economy that rewards everyone through a tokenized economic model connected to the platform's revenue models paid in USD. Tokenized economic model is just a fancy term for you get rewarded in crypto, and that's the PUBLX token, as what I've mentioned at the start of the video. This is interesting because it's not just the platform that mainly earns, but people who create the content into the ecosystem, along with users, even brands, and even celebrities, get a piece of the revenue as well. That being said, I want to talk about the platform more. In addition to building a more inclusive web economy, Public also transforms the way users get to discover content. Public basically crawls and indexes content such as music, videos, and news from websites. It also crawls YouTube channels and other sources from across the web. What Public does is it organizes topic pages that users can search and follow, and topic pages can be created about literally anything. So as you can see right here, there's different topic pages that you can see in Public, like Bitcoin, Apple stock, or you could see NBA. Literally things that me, as someone who follows content, like to see. Because you know me, crypto, stocks, basketball, love life as well. So that's the entire platform. The main goal of that is basically to reward people in the ecosystem, and it's something that, since it's Web3, it's fair and equitable, and it doesn't just go to the owner of the platform, but it goes to everyone who's helping the ecosystem. Let's drill into its tokenomics. The graph that you're seeing right now helps understand the basics of Public's circular economy of supply and demand. Public rewards its ecosystem of creators, users, brands, etc. with their own style, with their own native token called PUBLX, as what I've mentioned at the start of the video. And those rewards can only be triggered by one action: clicks on the content. So essentially, you earn from every click that's given your way. For every click on content, PUBLX token reserve, a smart contract on Ethereum, releases a certain amount of tokens to circulation and distributes it to the relevant ecosystem beneficiaries. The more tokens released, the lesser tokens are released per click. So there's a very huge advantage to being early and contributing into the system, as you get more Public tokens per click. So if there's more tokens out, there's lesser tokens released. If there's lesser tokens out per click, there's more tokens released. It somehow just works supply and demand style. Lesser supply that's out, more gets issued to people, to users. There's more out already, lesser gets issued. So something like that. On the other side, there are businesses who are interested in buying various business services from Public, such as advertising. So I think this is what makes it very interesting, this particular point that the value of the PUBLX token is not something that's minted out of thin air, but the value of the PUBLX token would generally come from also brands that are willing to buy it. So you have a buy side on the equation that will somehow uphold also the value of the token. Anyways, when businesses buy those services, they pay in US dollars. But what happens in the background, the US dollar that they pay gets automatically converted into PUBLX token through a liquidity pool. For those who are not into liquidity pools for Ethereum, you can check out Uniswap. And what that really means is that all of those businesses will be buying tokens from the token holders who are the users, the creators, curators, brands, etc. These tokens have been automatically bought by the businesses from the ecosystem, go back into the token reserve, which takes those tokens out of circulation and creates deflation since the available token supply in circulation decreases. Similar to the ecosystem that you're seeing right now, this cycle repeats itself infinitely. The more users that are there in the platform, there will be more demand from advertisers and businesses to buy services over and over. This new economic model that PUBLX created is built upon the business fundamentals that create real value, and it can scale to an economy of billions of dollars. Let's take a look at how they get distributed. Each time there's a click on the content, PUBLX tokens get released and allocated to those who contributed to this click happening at the first place. Content creators get 30% of the click reward. The content platform like YouTube and Spotify get about 10%. Content curators, these are the ones who help organize content, get 10%. Then the 10% is split between all active users. The topic page where the click came from earns 10%. This could be a celebrity or a brand, giving them revenue for their popularity. PUBLX developers, which is a team that's building PUBLX, get 10%. Please do notice that PUBLX as a company is earning the same way as everyone else is actually earning. PUBLX Foundation, which is a non-profit, also earns 10% and spends it all on growing and supporting the PUBLX ecosystem. PUBLX is also having a feature which allows liquidity providers to also earn 10%. Just some basics on where PUBLX is now since its launch. PUBLX has distributed about $800,000 US dollars worth of tokens to its ecosystem, and 500,000 of those went to content creators, who, by the way, are rewarded with an average of 0.06 to 0.08 US dollars worth of tokens per click on their content. This is currently about 60 times more than what content creators on YouTube make. So essentially, since it's early and it's Web3 and there's a larger allocation for content creators in PUBLX earn a larger share of the pie as compared to what they're currently getting right now in YouTube. Let's talk about the token before we put this video to a close, and I'm gonna do a series on this to help educate you and give you more understanding also on what PUBLX is. So the name of the game also when it comes to crypto projects and Web3 projects, that you get educated and you get the right information, so that when you have the right information, you get to make the right decisions when it comes to projects, and that's where conviction also comes in. PUBLX is not a typical crypto project in a sense that it first built the product, the technology, and the business around it, and they have never done an ICO or any token sale. All the tokens are distributed to the PUBLX ecosystem. They also don't have any tokens locked or pre-allocated to team or investors, and the team only earns tokens together with the rest of the PUBLX ecosystem based on the success of the platform. The token has until now been under the radar during their soft launch, which currently has 100,000 users per month using the platform, and it's now bound to grow. If you want to know more about the PUBLX tokens, we'll do a deeper dive on it, but I'll put links in the description below. And for everyone who want to know more about PUBLX as an ecosystem, as a platform, links are down below. If you have questions, if you're a creator, put them down below. If you have questions, you're a user, put them down below. If you are a crypto investor and want to know more about it, put it down below, and we'll try to make as much videos about it as possible. But this is something that's exciting because this entire Web3 space is something that's worth studying, understanding, because I really believe that this is where everything is headed, because it creates equal opportunity for a lot of people that want to build value. I hope that this is something that added value to all of you. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.